Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode corporate documents. Today we are diving into a report from Honeywell International. Now, usually annual meetings are pretty predictable, but this one had a surprise twist that a few shareholders might not be too happy about. Stick around and we will tell you about it. Before we get started, if you enjoy us explaining these complicated documents, simply make sure to subscribe. Also, we have a Discord channel where people discuss these reports. The link is in the description below. This report is from May of 2025, detailing the results of Honeywell's annual meeting of shareholders. Think of it as a report card on how the big decisions got voted on. Basically, this section is a rundown of everything that was put to a vote at the meeting. The report details how many votes each item got. First up, the election of directors. Shareholders got to vote on who they wanted on the board. All the listed nominees were elected as directors. For example, Duncan Ongove got over 465 million votes for him, with only about 14 million against. Most of the other directors had similar results. Next, the shareholders voted on executive compensation. That's how much the top bosses get paid. This vote is non-binding, meaning the company doesn't have to listen to the shareholders. Still, it is a temperature check to see if shareholders think the executives are being paid fairly. About 49 million votes were for the compensation plan, while about 29 million were against. So it passed, but with a bit more opposition than the director elections. Then there was the vote on the independent accountants. These are the folks who check Honeywell's financial books to make sure everything is accurate. The shareholders approved the appointment of Deloitte & Touche as the independent accountants with overwhelming support. The shareholders also voted on a proposal called the Liability Management Reorganization Proposal. Now that sounds like a mouthful, but it's essentially about how the company manages its debts and other financial obligations. It passed with about 477 million votes for and about 3 million against, showing strong support for how Honeywell wants to handle its financial responsibilities. Finally, here is the one that did not pass. There was a shareholder proposal for an independent board chairman. What this means is that the chairman of the board should not be the same person as the CEO. The idea is to have more independent oversight of the company's management. However, this proposal did not pass. Only about 10 million votes were for it, while roughly 367 million were against. This means the majority of shareholders are okay with the current leadership structure where one person can hold both the CEO and chairman positions. Now, let's zoom out and see what this all means for Honeywell. The company has pretty strong support from its shareholders on most issues. However, the vote against an independent board chairman does show that there is some disagreement about corporate governance. While most shareholders seem fine with the current setup, a significant minority would prefer a more independent structure. One potential weakness is that having the same person as CEO and chairman can concentrate a lot of power in one individual. This could lead to quicker decision making, but also less oversight. Honeywell is facing both opportunities and risks. They are in a good position financially, but they also need to balance that with making sure they have strong oversight and governance in place. It looks like they can improve in that area. Overall, Honeywell seems to be on a steady course. They have shareholder support for their key initiatives and financial management. The company just needs to keep an eye on their corporate governance to make sure they are set up for long-term success. Alright, that's our breakdown of Honeywell's shareholder meeting. What do you think about the vote against the independent board chairman proposal? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you found this analysis helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe for more corporate deep dives. Don't forget to join our Discord channel in the description below. Thanks for watching and see you next time.